this is a red herring story.
The mayor of Vancouver tries to dismiss questions about his plan to spend $95,000 of taxpayer money to hire a new public relations official in the middle of a budget crisis that's already resulted in hundreds of layoffs. And Kennedy Stewart is on the defensive after a story CTV News broke earlier this week. We first reported his administration is planning to hire a new communications staffer, even though services like policing are facing pandemic-related cuts. CTV's John Woodward reports.
Kind of a weird story to follow.
That's how the mayor characterized questions about a $95,000 social media position the city is still budgeting for during the pandemic.
This city has a budget of $1.6 billion. We have 10,000 employees, and you're talking about one position, somebody that hasn't been hired. So what you're setting up is a false narrative.
The position, one of 3 going to the city manager's office. We first told you about Tuesday that added up to $330,000. None of those got the axe, though the city is taking a scalpel to a number of other services, including some street and curb repair, some swimming lessons, Sunday hours at some libraries, and 1% off the police budget.
I think that every taxpayer dollar should be well spent, and I think that, what can you do with $95,000? That could hire another brand new police officer. That can be extra street sweeping and sanitation.
Councillor Sarah Kirby-Young questioned City Manager Sadhu Johnson on the positions.
We are doing a lot more online right now. There's a lot more that's happening social media-wise. As an example of that, we're broadcasting this meeting live on Facebook.
1,800 staff have been laid off during the pandemic, those layoffs not touching the communications department. Vancouver's city directory says that department has 41 staff, or 1 staffer per 15,000 people. Compare that to Toronto, a city 4 times Vancouver's size. They have 58 communications staff. That's just 1 per 46,000 people. The mayor's office has its own communications budget too. Documents obtained by thebreaker.news show last year it spent $2,500 a month in a contract with Electra Communications. That company hired again this week while the mayor's point person, Alvin Singh, is on leave.
And it's because of our extraordinary staff, both here in the city, Vancouver Coastal Health, Provincial Health, Police, Fire, that we have not just survived this, we're in a terrific position for economic recovery.